All right, fight fans, we are back 24 hours later, and we are ready to roll. The weigh-ins have come and gone, and we are getting ready. The card is basically set in stone, kind of. We'll see how COVID plays out. 24 hours, everything could collapse, but for the most part, we're ready to rip and run, baby. It is time. It is time. After a 4-week layoff, we are back. We are back. And it is time to go through and give you my final picks for this weekend so we can all come out of the other end on Sunday with a little extra cash in our pocket, see if we want to bet some playoff football. So what do you say? All right, so we'll start off. Number one, first pick that I got of the night, hands down, just like I did in my review, Brandon Royval. Brandon Royval coming in minus 168. I'm going to be putting 2 units on this to win 1.2. Like I said, against Bontorin, I really don't see Bontorin, there really being any way that he can win this fight, okay? Royval's got a serious advantage on the feet. He's coming with straight punches. Bontorin comes with these looping hooks, and he's notoriously a bad striker in the UFC, okay? Brandon Royval, give him the advantage on the ground as well. Not too many people are doing that, but I really do believe if Bontorin tries to take him down, he's not going to be able to keep him down. So, boom. 2 units, Brandon Royval. Moving on. Second pick, going with Ramiz Brahimaj against Court McGee. It's at minus 118 right now. It was at minus 108. Didn't get it in time. Must have been a huge swing, but we're going 1 unit to win 0.84. I really do think he's going to be able to outpoint Court McGee. Like I said, Court McGee is a tough guy, but at the end of the day, I think Brahimaj is going to be able to drag him down to the ground. He's going to be able to get that control time, maybe a little ground and pound, go for a submission, hunt submissions, keep Court McGee on his back foot, pretty much the entire time. So going with Ramiz Brahimaj to get the win. Third, a little bonus action here. Didn't get this in the review, but Joseph Holmes. Joseph Holmes is fighting Jamie Pickett, and I really like Joseph Holmes in that fight. So those of you that are not familiar with Joseph Holmes, because this is his UFC debut, he's on Dana White's Contender Series, had an awesome performance against Shantae Barnes, even though Shantae Barnes' record is just inflated with cans. He had an excellent performance there, picked him apart, ended up getting the choke. He's a very solid Muay Thai background, and against Jamie Pickett, a guy who, from what I've seen, is pretty reckless. When he dives in and goes for it, I mean, he knocked out Jonathan Patai on the Contender Series to get into the UFC. But I mean, against Jordan Wright and the Beverly Hill Ninja, I mean, that guy's nothing to write home about. I mean, he's solid, but I mean, Jamie Pickett again got dominated. Okay, and on the feet, I mean, he might blitz once or twice, but Joseph Holmes is a very composed fighter. If there's anything you saw in the Contender Series, he's a very composed fighter. And I think he's going to be able to catch Jamie Pickett coming in multiple times, and he's going to be able to handle that pretty well. I mean, he's coming in as the favorite at minus 146. So we're going to sauce 1 unit, Joseph Holmes, and that's going to return us 0.68. All right, moving on. Jake Collier. Man, I don't want to bet this fight. I'll be honest with you. Jake Collier versus Chase Sherman is just a suck fest, and it's going to be a suck fest. But I do see value in Collier. I think he's going to win. Just because of volume. I mentioned that in the review, and honestly, this isn't even a bet for Jay Collier. This is a bet against Chase Sherman, because that's how much I think Chase Sherman sucks. All right, so hopefully this is Chase Sherman's last fight in the UFC, and he can go back to bare knuckle boxing or whatever the hell he was doing beforehand. But yeah, this is a bet against Chase Sherman. I'm taking Jay Collier minus 130, 1 unit to win 0.77. Hold on 1 second. Powell's getting a little dry. There you go. Got some thinking juice. Moving on. 5th pick. Jay Collier versus Chase Sherman again. Will the fight go the distance? Yes. I spoke about it in the review. I said, this heavyweight fight, no one's getting knocked out. No shot. No one's getting knocked out. And I said that the line was probably going to be too big for me to bet on it. Well, what do you know? It's coming in at right around minus 145. So, a lot of juice there, but at the end of the day, we'll take it. We'll throw a unit on that to win 0.68. And on to my 6th bet. And I swear to God, when I looked at this card, guys, I did not think I was going to be placing this many bets. Okay, it happens every single time. I look at it and I'm like, all right, maybe 3 I can pull out of this. And then I end up betting the whole card. So what do you know? Look at us now. We're betting on Jake Collier and we're betting on what's coming up right now, Caitlin Chikadze, blonde fighter. So as I mentioned in the review, this is a rematch against Maia. She already beat Maia by unanimous decision. I don't believe that Maia has anything different to bring to the table. And Chikadze's game plan is always going to be the same. She's going to rely on her striking. She's going to rely on her volume, the pitter-patter shots. She's got good takedown defense, going to make sure that she doesn't get... Oh, excuse me. I need a Prilosec. Your boy's got some heartburn. But anyway, Chikadze, yeah, she's going to rely on her striking, pitter-patter shots. She's going to outpoint her. She's got decent takedown defense. And I think she's going to work that if she does get in the clinch and get pinned up against the cage. She'll be pretty decent in the clinch to at least get out of it. You're not going to see her, doing too much as far as taking it to the ground to get a submission. She might attack with some wrestling just to give Maia something to think about. But I like Chikadze in this, and I like Chikadze by points. So that's key. The line's at like minus 170 right now. We need to take points. We can get minus 125 with Chikadze by points. So I'm going to put 1 unit down to win 0.8. And there is a second part to this bet. So if you go on the main books, you'd have to talk to your bookie if you are trying to do some of this, if you're trying to do something local, because I'm not sure if he's going to take this. But we are going to hedge, and we are going to hedge with what's called a decision no bet. So if the fight goes to a decision, there will be no bet. Your bet is void. So if you put down 1 unit, you get 1 unit back. You don't get 2 units, you don't win. It's completely void, okay? So it's not a loser. So we're going to hedge with the decision no bet on Maia, 1 unit to win 0.82. The reason why I'm doing this, just in the off chance that Maia is able to drag Chikadze into the ground, maybe she can grab an arm, maybe she can grab a neck, maybe she knocks her out. At least we're going to make our money back on that. All right, we will hit on that, and then we'll miss on the Chikadze with the points. So, it's a little bit of a hedge, and I'm placing my money on the fact that Caitlin Chikadze is not going to finish the fight. Okay, I can't remember the last fight she finished. She's got 2 knockouts, and I think 1 submission, and like 27,000 decisions. So I'll be damned if Caitlin Chikadze goes out there and knocks Jennifer Maia's block off. Okay, I will take my chances. If I end up losing 2 U's on that, it is what it is. All right. And then U's are in luck because I'm feeling kind of saucy on a Friday. And I'm going to throw together a Hail Mary parlay for you. All right. So for the guys that like throwing down a little bit of cash, they don't like risking too much, just want a little action, give them a reason to watch the fights. I'm here for you. I'm a man of the people. All right. Bobby Bets is for everyone. It's not just for the big dogs who like, going in as sharks and throwing down the big bucks. I'm for the little man, all right? If you want to put some pocket change on something and see if you can hit the big one, the big kahuna, I'm your guy, all right? I'm your fucking guy. All right, so the Hail Mary parlay, we're looking at Brian Kelleher, Dakota Bush, Bill Algeo, and Giga Chikadze all to win. You parlay them together, 4 picks, you're going to come out plus 986, almost a 10-to-1. And you put 0.25 of a unit down, 1/4 of a unit, okay? That will net you, got to check my book here. Math's not my strong suit. 2.23 units, all right? So that concludes the betting lineup for the first UFC card of 2022, Kattar versus Chikadze. And I'm looking forward to it. You guys can comment in the comment section. Call me an idiot if you think what I'm saying is dumb. Give me a reason to bet something else, what have you. But that is what we are going with. So let's strap in. Let's get ready and grab yourself a Miller Lite or whatever beverage you choose to drink, or non-alcoholic, if you want a Sprite, DC. That all works. And let's enjoy the fights. Let's have a good one. All right, guys. Peace.